Hey, what's up guys, TotallyDubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review on the AOC U2868PQU. So this monitor can be bought for around £380 on Amazon.co.uk and around $500 on Amazon.com. Now you might be thinking there's quite an expensive monitor, and it is, but that's because it's a 4K monitor with a 28-inch screen running at 16:9 aspect ratio, and it has 60 Hz at 1 milliseconds G to G. So therefore it's really aimed for people that are looking for a better 4K gaming experience. After previously reviewing a Philips monitor, which is the Philips U2868P6LJEB, my god, these names are too long, I realized that the Philips was a nice monitor, but it was really slow in terms of input lag and its response time. So AOC were like, okay, well, we've got this monitor if you want to check it out, and I was very much obliged to say yes, because I was interested to see how it would compare. Now, before getting into that, I just want to show you what it has in terms of sockets. So its inputs has DVI, HDMI, DisplayPort, VGA, and you've got audio in and out. It also has inbuilt speakers. So in terms of its inputs, there's pretty much everything you need, and on top of that, the build quality is actually very nice. The stand, if I just come down just a little bit on the camera, can be adjusted in all different ways, can be even pivoted, turns around, everything, does all what you'd want, and it's a very nice sturdy stand. On top of that, it is a matte finish stand, which therefore doesn't really stand out so much. It just looks nice and flush with the rest of your equipment. Now, speaking about build quality, something I did note and I did not like was its touchscreen based menu. Now, I do realize most people are not going to really use this that much. I mean, to be honest, how many times do you actually access your on-screen display? But in my case, when I was coming to setting it up, it's the first monitor that I found that this touchscreen display is very much hit and miss sometimes. Now again, as I said, it's not a big deal, but if you're going to be switching inputs very regularly, it's something you might want to consider. Again, it's just a note that I'm making, but just bear that in mind. It's something that I wouldn't really care about that much usually, but it's something I noted. This picture, by the way, in the background of the inputs is from Digital Versus, so thanks to them. The link in the description of their review will be in my description. Now, starting off with the good stuff, the gaming. So here's Battlefield 4, and just to show you my my settings, I'm running at 4K 60 Hz, and in order to use 60 Hz, you're going to need it to be running on DisplayPort. So 60 Hz only works on DisplayPort and doesn't work on HDMI or DVI. I'm running everything on Ultra except for anti-aliasing deferred. Now, the monitor looks sensational, I must say. In terms of gaming, it really does look nice, and it brings out all the detail. For example, if you just look over here, look at the shadows of the gun as I move around and go over here into cover. It looks really, really nice, and I love it. I really love the detail. Of course, at 4K, everything is coming out really well, and it's very nice to see. But how is the gaming performance, which is very much the ultimate question? Now, the gaming performance is tons better than the Philips. I can't stress this enough. It's very much better, but there is still input lag. I noticed this input lag going left and right. Therefore, if you're going to be a casual gamer, then I would say, okay, this is a much better buy than the Philips, simply because, you know, the input lag is there, but it's much less noticeable, and the response time is much better. But if you're going to be a competitive gamer, say for example playing on CSGO, then I would not recommend this monitor. So it really depends on what type of gamer you are. If you're a casual gamer or someone doesn't take it that seriously, then you'll be fine. But if you're someone that really does take gaming seriously, or likes analyzing games and being a bit more competitive like myself, I don't see myself as a pro of any sort. I'm just someone that analyzes games sometimes a bit too much. then I would say this monitor wouldn't be for me, which is a shame because it's a really nice monitor. Now, gaming aside, what about the colors? Now, you were able to see some of the colors obviously via that little demonstration over there, but let's just go to my wallpapers over here and just flick through a few. So first of all, the blacks on the monitor are actually really good. There is a little bit of, it looks like a bit of backlight bleeding because it's a LED TN display. You can see just a little bit of light coming from the sides. Very, very faint. I'm being really critical of it simply because of its price. But as you can see via this picture, the colors are really, really nice. And I've got to say, it's one of the most impressive TN displays I've ever come across. I do realize it's a 4K display, but the colors are really nice, and I do like the contrast that's been used. I read some people saying, oh, the colors are not good, the contrast is not sRGB, blah, blah, blah. And I can understand that. I can understand where they're coming from, especially in comparison to a PLS and IPS display. But right now, in order to get an affordable 4K display which runs at 60 Hz, then it's going to be a TN panel. And for that, you're going to have to do a little bit of compromises. And for the first time, I can say this TN panel actually looks good, and I would not mind using this as a daily driver. It really looks nice, and as you'll be able to see from these pictures, it looks stunning. I mean, look at that. Looks lovely. Really brings everything up to life, and the colors are just right. Contrast is not too bad. In terms of the settings, if you're wondering, I just went on user and I put everything on 50 as I normally do for all my displays. So very much a default setting over here, nothing crazy or anything, you know, oh, I did some adjustments here, there, or color profiles. None of that. Just simple, plain old-fashioned user 50-50-50 on red, green, and blue, and boom, there you go. That's the picture you're going to get. Of course, if you calibrate a little bit more, you probably get better colors, but I don't really need better colors at that rate. I'm quite happy with what's there. So, to summarize, this monitor is very nice. I really do like it. It comes cheaper than the Philips. It's got a better response time than the Philips. It does have a little bit of input lag, so that is something to bear in mind, but its colors do bring that up, and therefore I can very much recommend this AOC monitor to everyone. People who are going to be looking at photos in terms of a daily basis, and looking, I don't know, doing some video editing or photo editing. I can definitely see you using this. You know, the colors are not perfect in comparison to a PLS or IPS, but they're very, very well done for a TN. And in terms of gamers who are casual, then they will enjoy this monitor because it's a 4K display. Now do bear in mind, 4K gaming, very much intensive. I have Xfire 290Xs in my system right now. It's actually only using one for some reason, I don't know, good old AMD drivers, but it is something that's going to be intensive for your GPU. So if you're going to be using this for a gaming rig, make sure your GPUs can actually handle it and that they've got DisplayPort on their on the GPU, because you're going to need that in order to run 60 Hz. Anyway, guys, just to, you know, overall, I just think this is a good monitor. I think you should definitely check it out if you're looking for 4K gaming or even 4K displays generally, because it's quite affordable. But other than that, all I can say is let me know your comments below, what you think of it, and if other people out there, for example friends and family, favorite and share the video, so maybe they can comment on it as well. So I'll be really much interested to see what they think and what you think about it. If you liked the video, definitely do give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, that's about it really. Alright guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye bye.